allowing me to be here today. Right. Thank you for introducing me and inviting me to present. I look forward to sharing some very good stuff with everyone. And I will hopefully, I will leave you better off than you were before joining. Before I start into all that, because it's about to be not heavy, but it's about to be a lot of good information thrown at you. I just want to have a quick feel of how everyone is doing. How was your week? Please do engage in the chat. I would love to see that. If you want to say how your week was, present yourself. Actually, I'm also very curious. I want to know how many of us here are bells, how many of us are non-bells, and just let me know in the chat. Just present yourself, introduce yourself, your name, your business or occupation. What is it? Are you a bell? Are you not a bell? Let us know. Also, I really would like to know what is the reason why you're here. I know it's about AI, it's about technology, but what is it? Why? What made you want to be here? If it's me, I would love that too. But no, honestly, what made you want to be here? Is it the AI part? Is it just the tech overall? And what do you hope to get out of the session? So please feel free to jump in the chat and present yourself. I know I've met a lot of you guys already. Pretty much. I'm pretty sure. That's the beauty of being in the Bell community. So that's amazing. Okay, want to know ways to incorporate AI in your business. Definitely something that I touch on, and I know you'll love it. Anything, Laura, you don't even have to put your name. You know that, right? If you when you start saying anything tech is my headache, I hear you already. So that's is very fun. I hope you're doing well. Thank you for jumping in. That's amazing. Anyone else? So knowing about your bell, Rebecca. I think I've seen you a little bit in a group in the WhatsApp group, but I haven't interacted with you really as much. So thank you for being there. Although we haven't had that personal connection so far, that's really good. I appreciate that. And you're looking to, you have a publishing service and company dedicated to amplifying voices, protecting legacies. Amazing. Leveraging AI usage. You you are good. Awesome. Vicky, hi, nice to meet you. Coach Trish, if you weren't here, I would be jumping at you because you did promise me that you will be here. So thank you again for showing up. I appreciate it. And that's amazing. Thank you very much for engaging. My goal is really, although it's really tech related, my goal is to make this much more engaging, less boring, and yeah, that's great. Thank you for engaging the chat. So really, regardless of why you registered today and regardless of your bell status, I want to say you did well to show up because this is about to be very informative. At this point, we have about 40 minutes, I mean, 50 minutes to go, and that's all we have together, maybe even 40 because we have to say goodbye at the end. So it's a very short time for the amount of information that I want to give you today, but I think we'll do okay. That being said, just stay with me here. And if anything, just throw a hand, whatever, I'll be happy to address it. Um, so, kicking this right off, now, I am sure many of us have heard of AI. Honestly, how wouldn't you, right? It's AI is everywhere. No matter the post, what platform you're on, every post, every email, every ad, every conversation, meeting, strategy, and as someone would say, everybody and their mama talks about AI. That's something that I'm not sure if it's sovereign, but I hear that a lot and I thought it would be fun to use. But honestly, AI is everywhere. You can even start dreaming AI at this point, right? It's thrown at you no matter where you're looking. So AI this, AI that, it's just with like any disruptive invention out there. I'm sure at the when we're going through the whole internet thing, although I didn't get a chance to see that, I'm sure it happened like that as well. So it's very disruptive. Everyone is having highs on it, and today we're here to discuss about it. So with all this hype that's going around, the AI has created three categories of people so far. So there are those who swear by AI. These people think that it's really the hottest thing out there. I mean, it's AI, it's doing wonderful, it's doing great, and it's doing the thing that they want to do. So that's amazing. Now, there are on the other side those who are more concerned about the environmental impact or the social impact that AI has or will have. And then there is that third category, the those who really haven't had the chance to catch up and see, really dive deeper to even be able to make up their mind. So I would have loved to do a quick poll. Polls are really good ways for us to kind of get a sense of where everyone is at. Not sure we have that opportunity today to do the poll, but I can say this. Anyone out of these three categories, which one are you guys feeling you are in at the moment? Are you the one you think is the best thing out there? You really use it so much, you almost to the point where you could be biased. It's so good for you because you're seeing the value. Or are you the ones that are saying, well, too many data centers are being created, this and that? Or are you thinking, well, hmm, I don't know. I need more time to make up my mind. Where is everybody standing? And feel free to come off mic, off mute, to say whatever you want to say. It doesn't matter. It's just also a conversation between all of us. But if you put in the chat, perfect. You use it daily. I do too. Very good tool. So I totally feel you on that. We'll probably fall into some of those in the first category, you and I.
And
And so definitely seeing the value. Awesome. Janelle, I think you might be in that category with me. Enthusiast, you use it daily. Concern about the impact on humanity. That's a true fact. It's really out there. Data centers are popping up out of everywhere, taking potentially farmland and all that. And enthusiastic about AI. Well, that's good. And looking to plug in. Amazing. Well, good place you're here. Use it every day. Weird. One in three. Okay, Laura, fair enough. It's okay. I feel you're right there. Okay, so there is a really good mix of everything in here in the group, which is good. So one thing, unfortunately, that we will not really be discussing is the environmental or social impact of concern related to the use of AI, but it's still a good conversation, good topic to go over. Today workshop will just focus primarily on the first and third categories. Those who are really excited, that really want to see the value in it. Those who um, are looking to get the feet wet and all that. So really my goal with the workshop is to leave you with enough to make you confident and start the journey. So to do that, quick, very quick, easy, just like the title say, beyond the hype. So there's so much hype, so much noise that's going around, but really how is it that you can truly leverage AI and technology to build a reputable brand? So I won't do another poll because I have a sense of the vast majority of us here are already business owners or business professionals. And I think based on us already being in the chat, in the bells, we are kind of a little bit all over the place worldwide. So that's great. But the poll was about small business. And really, what that is to give you a little bit of an idea, a bit of a perspective, right, on how things are going around the world right now, currently. So the small business landscape. Small businesses make
um,
up the majority of companies in the
I'm
US.
sorry, sorry. Quick, just a second. I think Miss Rebecca has had her hand raised for a minute now.
Oh,
Sure.
that's okay now. She went on to something else. I was just going to say how essential AI is in my
Yeah,
business,
yeah.
but we can move on.
Okay, okay. All
Thank
right.
you.
Yeah.
You are no problem at all. So I'm so sorry. Message it, please, if you can please help me with it and up with the
No
question.
worry.
Yes, that would be great. But I think the topic will really cover that for us today. but and that's what I was exactly saying. So small business right now, we're the backbone of the global economy, right? But the landscape right now is a bit more complex than it looks like on the outside. So currently in the United States alone, we're about 33 million of small businesses that power the local communities, employ nearly half of the private workforce and all that. And outside, we have about 90% of businesses worldwide that are small or medium sized. And I know coming from West Africa, I've seen a lot of these small businesses at, almost every corner because, and that's how it is, it's fun. And that's the environment, the atmosphere and everything. And so right now, small businesses collectively are responsible for more than half of the global employment and all the revenue that's being brought. But however, the scale and importance, we're facing a challenge right now, right? It's not that people are less talented, it's not that the market is too crowded, but it's because the digital playing field has shifted. Everything is available. You're a small business, you're not just competing with the shop that's next to you, you're competing with all these big brands, the automated content that someone has created, the AI powered marketing machine that does everything when they're asleep. Before they even think of it, it has already done it for them. The all that nonstop noise that comes in, and then really it looks like visibility is easy because all this is available. You can post a reel, you can run your ad, you can send an email, and that's it. But what that has done is rise. This has risen the bar really for us as small businesses to be able to capture this part of the market. So that brings us to AI. That's the
Okay.
force currently.
Irene, you're not sharing
Uh,
screen.
you are not
No,
seeing the slides so far.
no, no,
So are you able to right now?
not yet. No,
No, yet?
no, you were sharing it, but like at first.
Before? Oh
Yeah,
my,
but
I am so sorry.
okay, it's
Okay,
starting to
you're good
share
now?
now. Yes.
Okay, awesome. So sorry about that. All right, it's going to pop up for a quick second while I make sure that it is. I have so much good information for you. I want to make sure it's the right thing that I'm showing. Okay, perfect. So now we're here. And so I was just going over the small business and everything that I was saying was really related to the small business. And so currently what I was looking at, we have all this tool, we have AI shaping everything right now for us. So it's up to us to really take it and make something good for ourselves, right? So this workshop, because there's so much information to cover, I've done something. I've created a document that walks you through everything that I'm sharing, discussing today. And please, here is the slide. I am about to leave it in the chat for everyone. Okay, okay. Perfect. You can go right here, the link that I posted, and then click on it, please. Go ahead and make a copy of the handout for yourself and follow along. We'll dive right in. And I hope you're still able to see the screen right now. We're moving on to the agenda for the day, which is, right, so nothing else today. If nothing else today, I'm sorry, by the end of today, you should at least be able to take or to have go with three takeaways. The first one is the simple process for you to identify the role or the place of technology in your business. The second one is really an effective way to create and leverage a tech stack. And we'll go into that later because that word is used in another space. But again, number two, an effective way to create and leverage a tech stack that supports your business operations to hopefully drive the recognition that you're looking for in that growth as well. And last but not least, a practical way to turn critical thinking into high quality prompts and AI solution that can help you just supplement your work. And a lot of you guys are already doing that. So that won't be new to you. That might be something added and whatnot, but that's one takeaway that you can have today as well. So we will go ahead and dive right in. I hope I said a lot. How is everyone feeling so far?
Very good.
Good,
We do
good.
not have, I do not have access to the document, please. I need
Um,
access to it.
So when you click on the link, does it allow you to copy at all? Oh, okay, never
Yeah,
mind. I think I might know what's going on in that.
yeah. I
Let's
think you didn't give us access.
It
Like,
didn't. That's
yeah.
true. I did not. I am very sorry. Let's go.
Oh,
It's
look at
coming
me.
through right now. She said, look, okay, you should be able to right now. Give you a minute refresh and you should be able to. Let me know if it doesn't work. It should be. Perfect. Except you were nice. Oh, perfect. I'm giving you
Yes.
all.
Yes, we have access now. Thank
Okay,
you.
you're able to click and make a copy.
Yeah, I'm going to make a copy now.
Awesome, awesome. So that is good. So we went through the agenda. We're ready to go. So we're trying to make this workshop interactive, but we're already 20 minutes in. But with the handout, you can follow along and do what you have to do. So diving right in, first step is how to identify the role or the place of technology in your business. If you can still see the slide, you'll see that to achieve this, there are normally three key parts that I've laid out here. Ideally, you will do that exercise, take your time, take about maybe 10 minutes doing each if you really want to get that value out of it. But it's right there in the document for you as well. So, first one is crafting a 30-second brand pitch, talking about who you serve, also talking about um, what do you do? What is it that you do? So, hopefully, you can. Are you still seeing the slide right now?
Yes.
Okay. You are still seeing the slide. Perfect. I will go ahead and share my entire screen now, just so I can move on to the good stuff. Okay, so I've just what you have, that's your handout. I've created for the sake of this a quick mock company. So right now we're talking about a company that's a fictional company. Maple and Mail is a fictional company, workshop ready, to go over that workshop with you. So, who is Maple and Main Home Services? They're a company that provides reliable same-week handyman light remodeling services to homeowners here in Omaha, and in the suburbs as well. So they deliver, or we deliver, fast, transparent, same day or next day estimates with digital quotes, licensed technicians, satisfaction guarantee, and that's so that busy homeowners can keep projects moving without stress. That's the 30 seconds pitch right there. So ideally, while working through that, that's something like that you want to create. Once you are done with that first step, right? Knowing what you do and what you sell help you complete the next step more effectively, because now you need to determine what are the actions that you make for your business. If you don't really have that good sense of business, you can't really go to that next step. So that's why we had that first thing done. Now, moving on to step two, you want to determine your business and your operational actions. What that is just breaking down what you do into high level actions, if I can call it that way, that really lay out what your work or day to day operation flow looks like. So going with that muck company that we have here, Maple and Main Home Services. What do they do? Handyman, light remodeling services to homeowner. And when you think about it, right, that's a lot of job talking to the customer, going to the customers, doing the renovations. So breaking that down, of course, there's a lead capture. There's no business that does not have a lead capture. You need to capture the lead. That's how you get more business and make more money. So same similar to all of us here, Maple and Main Home Services, they have lead capture as an operational action, which is to respond to inbound calls, web leads, and social messages. But they have something very specific. They are targeting within 24 hours. That's their metric. That's their SLA, however we call it. Next thing, estimate process. Of course, once they capture that lead, they go through the process. As you can see here, it's very related tied to the pitch, they said that they provide same day or next day on-site estimate with digital codes. So it's very important. That's one action, operational action that they do. They do issue, they do estimates, and then they issue invoices and payments. So you can see that here as well. After that, what happens? Logically, they will schedule and dispatch. They assign the technicians, confirm via SMS, BAM, or email. That's gone. What else? Capacity management. As every business, when they assign, before they can assign, they have to hire. There have to be someone there to do the job they can assign the job to. So, of course, capacity management appears here. Next thing, job execution. You have that lead before you can get paid, or even if they're paid you, they're looking forward to that job to get done. Job execution comes in here. Quality assurance. Any business benefits from doing quality assurance. And so, of course, we have quality assurance as well. Accounting, it goes without saying, especially those in the US will know, these taxes, they're on you. You need to submit taxes. You need to do this. You need to do that. Marketing, well, that's everyone now. You cannot not do marketing. That's just one thing that you cannot go without. And this just generally anything else, all the small things. So that was our step 2. The operational actions, when you think of it, is just breaking down what your business do. It's just putting everything that you do into high level actions. I wake up, I go to my bathroom, I brush my teeth. And then after brushing my teeth, I do this, I do that. Just map the entire day-to-day operations. If you want to think about it easily, you can say, okay, think about a busy day where you have a client ready to close a deal with you. What do you do? What actions do you take? Go there. What about after closing a client, that after purchase support that you offer or may not offer, thinking about offering, but we want to stay factual to what you are doing, at least at the moment. Product maintenance, do you do that? Do you follow up with emails, texts? Do you even go in person? Depends. That's just all the different operational actions that you do. Now that we have all that, it's much easier for you to identify the tools that are involved in that, right? And so back to people in main home services, you can see for the lead capture, they use their website. I mentioned it here. They have leads on the website, social media. So they have a website out there, it's WordPress. They have Google Sheet as their client relationship management tool or software. They use Google Chat for all the incoming notifications. When it comes to estimation, they do a little quick Google Sheet here to put the number, do some math, bam, some quick formulas, and they're good to go. Invoicing, they go with Square, again, Google Chat to have that notification, hey, this has been paid or whatnot. Scheduling, Google Calendar, Calendly, very popular, very useful to a lot of small business owners. And then capacity, all these tools come into play. So you can see, just because you are able to put your different actions together, you're able to go, okay, well, when I wake up and I go to the bathroom to get clean, what do I do? What do I use? It's my brush. I use my brush. I use this and do that. And this, you have all these little tools. You're very focused. You know exactly what goes where it goes, when it goes. And why does this matter? That's the next step, the categorization. Because it's true, there's AI, the tool is there, but you need to know how you're using the tool to make it make sense, especially for the part 3. So next step right now, which leads us to that categorization, is make a complete list of all these tools, all of them together, rate them. And this is just scoring rubric. You can see impact, brain risk. It's just to allow you to know, hey, well, this one is very important for our brain. So you do treat it differently. So if something comes up, you'll probably prioritize that one versus the other. And then there's the impact. You put all that down and you have a whole idea. It's very important, especially if you're trying to migrate to use other things. You need to know how these compare to the things that you're using right now and the place, the value that you are giving them, essentially. So that's in a nutshell, that's step 1. Again, it's really, we haven't started talking about AI right now yet. So you're like, okay, that's a lot, but bear with me. Next thing, creating and leveraging a tech stack. we already have together all the different tools that you're using, right? You did all that just using your pitch, but did you really go in depth? All the actions that you have listed, how well do they tie together to your bottom line? And that's where number two comes into play. And that's right now here for you. How is it that you create that tech stack that supports your business operations and drives that recognition and growth? Well, you can't do that without nailing your mission and your vision statements, because it's one thing to say, hey, we're doing all that, but where do you see the brand down the line? This should definitely lead all your actions. So go ahead, you write down your mission statement, you also write down your vision statement and your brand promise. Like, it's just another way of saying, well, your differentiators, if those that are really in the business or conferences and pitching, it's something that comes up often, the differentiator. So brand promise, you have that, you have the mission, you have the vision. You go back and do that little reflection again. So everything that I've listed before, I've said, okay, I do the lead capture, I do this, I do that. How well do these things actually align with the vision that I have for the business? Because am I going all sideways right now just because that's why someone is doing, or is that what was decided for the brand? So you can see here with our sample or mock company, the mission is to deliver dependable, high quality home repairs in small remodels with clear communication, fair pricing. They also want to be the most trusted local home services brand in their region, known for speed, transparency, and craftsmanship. And brand promise or their differentiators, if you want, is that they show up on time, they explain the work in plain language, very straightforward, and they leave the home cleaner, very clean, much cleaner that you have found it. So right now, thinking about everything we listed before, do the operational actions, everything that you say you do for the business on a daily basis, does it even align with your mission where you're seeing this going? Does it not? No. Okay, not fully for this one. Well, why? What happened? Second question is, do the operational actions support your goal to increase awareness and drive recognition? Yes, overall, because remember, we talked about marketing. We talked heavily about marketing, and we have a mission, quality assurance here, voice of customer. So, of course, they're trying to get that awareness out there. So, where that comes into play, do you need to update your action items? So everything that you say you do for the business right now, is there anything that you need to change? And thinking back at it, you realize that after putting your mission, vision, and brand promise, maybe there's not one action that you do that really aligns with your mission. So at the end of the day, you would just be any other brand out there. And it's very important to know, because that mission is defines how you will even leverage AI, what your prompts are going to look like, what's your tone, and all that. So bring all that together. Well, for our mock company, apparently they need something more. They need to do employee vetting and performance management. Why? Because, well, they're trying to be very, very dependable, most trusted. That's very important. You have to have that staff there, so you have to monitor consistently, make sure that they do deliver how you say it's supposed to be. And then cost optimization for affordable pricing. They said before that they're very, very, very fair in pricing, and that's a huge thing. And that's not something that really appeared in the operational action. Looks like they just do, quick quote, they put it out there, but there was no intention really placed in really aligning with the mission and the vision. So gone ahead, reflected on that. How does that change all the tools? Well, they realized that they need more tools. So before they had all these, there is Google Map, Facebook, Meta Ads, Canva, Adobe, QuickBooks, everything that you can think of in the world. But they forgot two things that are maybe important, is that to build that trust, they may need to get a more advanced company that does maybe background checks, maybe based on the contracts they go for. They may need to do e-verify. It doesn't apply to everyone, you're not required, but based on certain clients who you do business with, this might become a requirement. That's maybe something they haven't considered or thought about. So that changed a little bit, not too much, but a little bit. So that's what was the importance. We currently just covered both writing down your mission statement and reflecting on everything, right? So after that, what do you do? Why, how does that help you with anything as far as AI and technology and information? Again, bear with me here. We are getting there. So the next step is mapping your current tool into a strategic quadrant. Why is that important? If you're trying to go very digital and automate everything, you need to know what is high risk for you. You need to know what's low risk for you. Some of these things that are high risk and low risk, you might want not to fully automate it at first. You might want to maybe have a human in the loop that controls things. These that are low things, it's very easy for you to connect, plug in, and just reduce maybe 1/3 of your workload. So that's why it really matters. And that's why sometimes small businesses cannot really take advantage because, it's all these little things that you have to think about that maybe big company has. So they will assign that work to someone. Wait, go ahead and research this. How can we do a whole system development life cycle to do the whole thing, enterprise resources management, planning, all that, because they have the resources. As a small business, you do not, but at least that handout can help you start there. And so bringing that back together to our mock company here, we recategorize now. They have two more tools that are added. Now they go with the quadrant. Out of all the tools, which one do you identify as critical? Which one do you need to obtain customer or generate revenue scale? So with that, you're able to place them together. This really gives you a good idea of where your spending is going, where your attention is going, where your money is going. That's just a high level. And for them, these are critical things. They will not want to lose these things pretty much. They will not want to stop the communication with this because everything goes to Gmail, all the emails, all that. Their ads, because that's how they have brand awareness going. And so they mapped everything out in a quadrant. And on that handout as well, you can see the interpretation, sorry. High impact, high risk. These tools, they drive your revenue, your growth, and everything. You want to, as I mentioned earlier, have a human in the loop. So when you start having that AI or that automation, you want to make sure that there's someone that reviews whatever output goes into those, or there's some type of control, security, however you call it, to make sure that the risk to your brain is minimized. Um, Low impact, high risk. This one, they can be errors are visible, they're costly. You have to proceed accordingly for each step. And that's for you to go more into more details, which leads us to the next thing, the operational tech stack. You can tie it all together. What is a tech stack? And I mentioned it before, and I didn't really go over, right? So let me go over that slightly. A tech stack, it's very known in the IT world. It's technically um, all the different tools that are involved in developing an application. It's all the backends, the API, all these boring terms that IT people use. However, for the purpose of this, we're calling your tech stack all the software, the system, and your processes that you use. That's your tech. As a non-tech founder ish, that's your tech stack, the front end, that part of it. So that's what we have built right now so far. We have the categories, quick housekeeping. You can put everything into priority. What are these items that you're prioritizing? What are these items that you're not prioritizing? And then this gives you everything. Why did we want to do that? It's for these businesses that you haven't thought about it so much that you don't know there is a tool that's out there for you that could potentially be a substitute for something that you've been doing manually. Right. So based on that, with that table, if you put everything that you do, it doesn't have to be tech. That table will allow you to specify, yes, it's tech, it's not tech. Can you replace it or can you not? Do you have a potential text substitute? And I forgot to add that, but a potential text substitute for it. And this is slowly leading you to have a very, very effective way of doing business because now you know I wake up, this is what I do, these are the tools that I use. on the daily. These are the ones that have so much impact. These are the ones that I use so much. If I use them so much, that means all the manual work goes into that. That means most likely all the expenses go into that. So how can I just make it all work for me? So you have that. You're able to put your substitute together, and you have defined your tech stack. That's about it. That's just as easy as that. And then for the fun part, but before I go too far, we haven't done another poll. I know we're already 40 minutes in. How is everyone feeling? I hope I did not overload you. I know you're looking for something AI in tech, but when it comes to doing AI in tech, and we'll have part three for that, you have to remember that it's the output that you're looking for. It matters what input you're putting into it. So if you see some other people being very, very good, you're like, did they do that? It's just how much details. Sometimes that's what it comes down to, and how specific you can be. And going through that, especially if you're trying to use AI for your brand, these are things you want to think about. Your mission, give all that context to your AI to know what they're working with. This way, there are low chances that you're going to dilute your brand, because recently I've seen so many people out there posting the same post that looks like a cartoon, and everyone is doing that. Like, you're not differentiating yourself. It's out there because it's available. Everyone is doing that. But if you take the time to think about it, you'll have all these high prompt, and they'll have nothing on you to say it that way. So things that I want you to keep in mind right now. We're moving on to the last slide here. How is it that you actually write these high quality prompts and create the AI solution that can supplement your work? So it's very, very interesting to be able to break things down like that, right? And come up with something that gives you the best output. So hopefully, while you go through all this and do it on your own time, whatever you want to do it, it gives you an idea a way to really put your business or brand together, have more structure in that. But not only that, you have a better idea of all these tools that you use, and you can start thinking about automation where I use all this. How can I connect them all together? I've never noticed that this goes so much into this. I've never noticed that there was a substitute I could potentially use to do this, or all that. So just opening your mind up to that. But now we're here, right? Everything that you did right now was here for a reason. I know sometimes us tech people, we make things sound so much complicated than they are. So I try to make this very straightforward for everyone. But also, I wanted to let you know that everything that is on the document, everything that we're doing right now, is the critical thinking that goes into prompting your AI. It sure is fun. Most people are just using it and being like, hey, well, where's the next shop? Think about this. This is years or years of research. This is the whole internet available to you. So how is it that you can get to that output without, first of all, it's taking down so many hours of research for you already. The last thing you need to do is make sure that you give it as much context. I know we think about it as well. So much context is knows about you. Maybe the AI would take over. We're not there yet, and I think in everything there is a risk, and then there are advantages as well. So it's whatever everyone's comfortable with. But really, if you're trying to go for AI and make the most out of it, here is my tips. Break everything down this way. Have a clear idea of what your brain is, because again, the topic is how to leverage AI to build a reputable brand. And it's good. It's a good tool, but it's also as good as the user. So be good at your business, be good at what you do. It will be gooder than that. And that's how we came up with this prompting exercise. We talked a lot about different things, but if you didn't have that idea, right, you will come in and say, hey, well, go ahead and write a short ad for Maple and Main Home Services, highlight dependable homes, small remodel, clear communications, fair pricing, and that versus you having this clear idea of where you are, what's your business, what's your brand. So now everything that you're doing is much crafted. Think about an artist, right? The color choice, all that comes to that beautiful painting or whatever that you see out there, same thing. So we've done the critical thinking process. Now, marketing specialist, expert working there, and then bam, you give a little bit of context. You start then three things, very, very easy. It starts with three steps. Easiest way for you to do one goal. You pick that one goal, you define a few high level steps, just like we did. It's the same thing, high level steps, and then you break down the specific details. But because you have all that back knowledge about your brain, it's easier for you to go straight to the point and say, hey, well, this is where we're going, this is that, and this is what I need for now. And remember, AI keeps prompting you back to back to back to back. So if you don't have a clear idea of what you're looking for, what you are, you just keep being in a loop versus knowing, having that clear idea. And when it retargets you to other things, no, let's stay here, this is what I need. That's how you get that output instead of putting so many hours into, because you came with something, um, you did your homework before coming to the AI, pretty much. So that's what it is. Feel free to try this prompt or compare the two, um, to also see how that will give you two different outputs. I'm not sure if you guys have any preferences, but there are a lot of tools that are available to businesses currently. Discover all the AI tools, courses, starters that are to intermediate that are available out there. I did have a list of a few in the handout. You can learn about AI, MIT Open Learning. It's a good one to go. I think they have some great free stuff. Um, Create documents. I've heard of those. I've not personally used them, but I've heard of them. I have a few others that I forgot to mention in there. AI Studio, if you wanted to try yourself, I creating an app, please shoot yourself, go ahead. Is very easy to use. Again, you do have at some point to some degree have to have some knowledge about IT and some other things, because again, AI is not 100% wrong. Sometimes you are actually right and AI is not, crazy enough with all the knowledge they have. But all to say that you still have that power in your hand to direct the outcome, the output, however you want. And also, when it comes to everything that we've done right now, now that you know how to leverage your tools, where the place that you give them and all these good things, now for you to automate your tools. Because if you pay attention doing that exercise, a few things are going to come over and over. Up there, I didn't spend too much time, but there was a lot of Google Sheet coming over and over. There were a lot of what else? A few things, Google Chat and all that. So that means you use all this consistently. But well, there's a way for you to do that less time and pull everything together. And that's why these exercises matter. You are able to identify the redundancies or the repetitions and see if you can just crumble everything and make it into one thing that works efficiently, straightforward, cut down your hours half, you're good to go. Great. You add AI to it, great output, your brain looks good. You cut on time, but you didn't dilute your voice. You didn't steer away from your business, brain, voice, and all that good stuff. Um, and so, yeah, we're about 15 minutes in. We did talk about a lot. The last step was one scope for business that I wanted to demo for everyone briefly. So, what is one scope for business? One Scope for Business is a workspace that brings all your business operations together in a centralized and controlled environment so that you can stop trying to catch up on your workload and finally be ahead with the work and the competition out there. It's definitely made for small businesses. And again, the platform provides you all the four departments in one. So it's your HR, your sales, your marketing, IT. You enjoy fewer subscriptions. You can bring everything that you already have to it. Your prerogative, you do however you like. But currently, what the platform has, and I'm trying to make better, is the agentic AI. I know people talk about that a lot. You can have agents that are designed to help you generate leads from URL. So you will give it a URL from any page. It will try to, with a few prompts, it will try to go through there and carve things out. But again, specifically, there's a way to go about the whole platform, which is giving your business profile and a few things is very highly business focused. And that's why I'm trying to make it be even more of. So it can help you scaffold a whole go marketing strategy, which I actually used. And then refine with AI and refine. It has all that knowledge in there. It also helps you generate a full month of content ahead of time with a prompt. Like we'll do the whole thing and you can save it and you can connect your tools and then you would dispatch it to currently, let's say LinkedIn, and Facebook, I believe are the ones, Instagram, can't remember, but still adding more features. It does have a leads funnel, manage everything, your leads that come, the checklist, and there's so many other things. It allows to pull your emails in one place for you to have access to very specific things that you want to look out. So you can easily escape the 10,000 emails that are in undesirable emails in your inbox, that are preventing you from getting to what matters to you. And then HR, as I mentioned earlier, and all that good stuff is in there. So we're at 152. I wanted to give you a quick run of how OneScope works. Let's see if I can pull that out for everyone to see. I hope I didn't throw too much at everyone today. I went super fast.
Oriane, just to
Yeah,
let you know, there are a couple of questions in the chat. So,
sure.
after the demo, we'll go
Okay.
for the
Yeah, it's
questions.
very quick. But I was logged in. No, logged in already, but doing that quickly here. Okay, okay. Now that we're presenting is super slow for no reason. There we go. All right. So I did make a quick landing page. The goal of the landing page was just to show you how easily you can have a lead come in somewhere and then how things will go. So I made a simple Google Sheet here. Let's say my business has the prerequisite to that is that I've connected my website to that Google Sheet. It's available right now. And then I will go to the website and all I will do is just submit a form. It appears in the sheet. And from the sheet, all that happens is just it goes right into OneScope, and OneScope can send a notification. So that's something quick. Hopefully, I still have the quick information here. Okay, company, we are doing this, doing that, bam. So currently in the leads, I only have just a few mock tests. I have these three that I've tested earlier, and then bam, I submitted the form. The form did appear here. And as you can see, OneScope has already grabbed that. It's already showing us synced right now. Because it's already pulling and giving you the timestamp and say, hey, we grabbed this and we put it in the CRM for you. You should be able to see it. And then when you come here and you reload the page, you should be able to see that fourth one. Remember, it was three before. I just reloaded the page. We have a fourth one. I can't remember which one of the fourth it is, but because I've done a few. So this is an idea of how your leads can be looking like for you once you're inside OneScope. It does have a whole checklist for you to click, and coming soon will be integrations where things happen, everything gets pulled up for you, your automations are set up. I meant to walk you through an automation, but I will say there is a whole video out there to walk you through the automation process. So hopefully some other day. But again, here you can send emails. As you can see on my MailChimp emails are out here. I can send an email to someone and bam, it will go in a beautiful template. I can personalize, add attachment. You can collaborate if you have a team, track your leads. You can do so much more in this app. And there is also the AI part, which is available as well, that I mentioned about earlier. So that's a little bit about everything. I hope that you did get a lot from it. We didn't go very tech savvy because, again, the output is just based on the input. And for you to get that input, if you see all these good things that people are doing, is the training. You don't need to go in behind the scenes to do all these model LLMs, large language models training. But on the front end, what you were given, you can do that training. And I will conclude that here before I end everything to say that you can have all the tools and resources in the world, right? You can have the best at that. But if they're not tied to your bottom line or used the right way, you're in the same place as someone who doesn't, honestly. So it all starts with you. Know what you want, what you're doing, and then tools such as OneScope can help you get 50% to the finish line. I'm still working on it, but it's a great, great tool to use. And I'm looking forward for people to want to be on the platform, test it out, break things for us so we can have even better things. Hopefully we can do that. So again, it was a pleasure to present. Message, thank you so very much for giving me the opportunity to present to the Bell Sisters and all the other communities that are here. Again, my name is Oriane Touré. I am the founder consultant at Ultigated Inc. I have a bachelor's degree in computer information systems, and these topics I'm highly passionate about. Hence, you can probably tell by my tone and how fast I covered everything. So again, pleasure to be a presenter today. If you have any questions, please do contact me. I am ready to help you out any way that I can. And any questions, we only have 3 minutes, but anyone who wants to stay after, I will be here. And again, thank you so much for your time. I hope you did learn a lot and that you enjoy the handouts.
Thank you so much, Irene. Thank you, everyone. So I know we're gonna dive into questions now because I know I can kind of see the faces. I feel like there are a lot of questions coming up, but let's take a picture because we only have roughly 2 minutes and couple of people. I don't want people not to be in the picture because they left. So um okay, say cheese. Okay. Goofy? All right. All right, ladies, thank you all so much. So we will be taking questions now. I have a very burning question, Oriane, before I go into other people's questions. So let's say if someone wanted to get build a custom GPT.
Okay.
And for those who don't know, a custom GPT is so think of how ChatGPT is. If you create a new chat each time, it forgets things. It's just
Thanks. Yeah.
annoying. With a custom GPT, it's kind of like you have an assistant that you tell things, and then maybe you can have like I don't know, honestly, I don't know, but you can create an actual custom GPT for a particular thing. So my question, Orion, is if you want to create a custom GPT, what would be your advice of the things to think about first for your business?
Okay. So I would say though, think about what is it that your business needs the most. So are you thinking, I mentioned it earlier, and I feel like I'm going to sound like a broken record, but it's always like what's the high, what's your end goal? What's that end goal that you're looking to accomplish? Because it does take a lot of stuff. I've seen some very good like chat GPTs, personalized chat GPTs that were great. And so it's I would say the first thing, what's your end goal? Like if you are going to use such tools, you take the most out of it because it has all these that research available, right? Don't go with the little things. And oftentimes for you to take the most out of it, you'll have to put some of your time as well. Because like I mentioned earlier, it does ask you a lot of questions, tells you, hey, do you want that? Do you want this? And you end up doing so much. But if you do, it depends. I want to say if you do need help with something right now, try to research that a little bit and come with detailed questions and then go through it and then specifically get them answered and fact check. Now, I'm not sure if you are you trying to get that for a specific thing?
So I've been wanting to have custom GPT. I'm just going to tell you what I've
Yeah.
been thinking. I've been wanting to get them for my VAs because I'm
Okay.
thinking, okay,
Yep.
maybe have one that writes a certain tone for the way my LinkedIn is, because my
Okay.
LinkedIn, it has to sound a specific way. Maybe
Right.
have another one that writes something else for. So I was thinking of maybe creating multiple.
You
Not
can
just for LinkedIn, but other things too.
for other
But
things.
yeah, because if you don't do the differentiation, if you create new chats, the AI forgets, and then
Forget
if you put the same thing in the same chat, it can mess it up. And yeah, so that's kind of what I was
the thing
thinking.
with AI, right? And that so
And Coach
I would
Trish
say
is raising
Coach
her
Trish
hand.
has her hands right. I would say though, because you already have an idea, it's like what we talk about, you already have an idea of what you're looking for. So
Mm,
it's prompting to get the right answer out of it. But if you do go, you said you want um something to replicate your brand, you just put something and it comes right at your brain. You will need
mm.
that data. Are you comfortable with giving that data? How much data are you comfortable giving? Think about that first. So once you think about that, the next things are what do you define your brand as? Because that's what you're going to give it. So define that well as well, and then you put it together. Go by steps. Okay, here's my brand. Here's what I have. Right. I need to you can even have it create your own checklist, your own detailed thing as well. But just go ahead and think about your brain because at the end of the day, if we think about it, it's all the research that human did, that we did, that's out there. And there's also the value of you putting your own to it, even if you're going to add that AI. So don't take that away. It's already good that you're doing that though, that you are trying to stay, but if you all you need is to break it down like we did, like the mission and everything that we did, honestly, see that last prompt, how it says, okay, here's the goal that we're looking for right now, right? First thing first, do this, and then make sure that this has that is going to give you exactly that. But sometimes also keep in mind that AI has a lot of knowledge, so don't try to close it too much because the output can also be too close-minded. Yeah, yes. So give it a little bit of layaway too for it to go a little bit wild and show you try to impress a little bit from time to time. But yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm.
Sorry, Coach Trish, I know your hand has been raised for a minute.
And
Yeah, thanks for the opportunity. And I want to say this is a great, great, great presentation. Thank you ever so much. Beautiful. And I think the beginning and the middle was perfect because I got to understand
mhm,
exactly what you were talking about. But when
mhm.
it came to one scope, I guess because you went through it very quickly, yeah,
Quickly.
it was a bit I just needed more clarification. So if you had to describe what your business does, and maybe this is where we're going to use your 30-second pitch, but you're
Yeah.
trying to explain it to because I'm thinking, how can one scope help me with my business? So if you have to explain it to like maybe a 10-year-old, 12-year-old, or a fifth grader,
Yeah.
please go ahead.
So can you reframe the question? You're asking me if my business or how to do the pitch thing. Is that what you're saying?
No, your business, what your business does, how it
Oh,
can
what
help
does my
us.
business? Okay, my
Yes.
business is very easy. My business just help other businesses take advantage of the digital world. Okay. Just take advantage of the tools, just like I did with the presentation.
Mhm.
How do you take advantage of this marketing that's there to push your business away? How do you take advantage of these other tools for the management? So I focus in digitalization of processes, and that's why the AI and the tech stack, and I walk you through the entire process for you to even start digitalizing because you look at it high level, you're like, okay, all these tools, but before it can support it, there's all this baseline that's there as well. So my business is essentially to walk other businesses through that. Sometimes it's just tell them what to do, and then they're good with that. Sometimes they say, "Hey, you're good at what you do. I don't want to do it. Just make it all work for me." So that's just. I hope that answers the question. It's just
Yeah,
yeah,
yes,
help
yes.
businesses just take advantage of the tools because I've noticed that it there's so much that's out there. It can look like everyone has caught up, but not necessarily everyone has caught up. So it's, I'm here for those who have not. I'm still learning as well. Of course, you want to grow, you learn when you want to grow. Otherwise, you don't grow. So, and that's probably what makes us, keep on going, because you need to stay relevant. And some of you business people are not even in tech. So there are things, if you're not necessarily too much in tech, there are things that someone that has been in there can give you like the handout that I gave you. I have so many years, so many researches. It was quick for me to do, like, in one day, put all that together, versus someone who doesn't have the knowledge. So that's what I help do. That's what I do. And
Thank you. I'll be
yeah,
making contact as
no
always.
problem.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear. Okay, you ladies know again time. So I know we are 7 minutes past time. I apologize. This session was really good. I just want to say, if you want to go, you're free to go. You all know that. However, I know a lot of people have more questions, and I do want to make three quick announcements before we go into questions, because now will just be questions. So. The first announcement I want to make, it's more of a question. Our New York and New Jersey people, I saw you guys. Laura, you said you were coming from Canada, and I don't know, did that happen? Because I saw all the conversations.
Yeah, I'm actually in Jersey right now with my daughter, but Adeze had reached out and Coach Jeanette had reached out as well. Adeze is busy today, so we can't do it today. And Coach Jeanette wanted today, but I had to do something with my daughter. So I just sent it, and I didn't see the message on Heartbeat on time. But I put my phone number in the Heartbeat. And just FYI, it's a Canadian number, so please don't call it because it'll be long distance for you. So just text me or WhatsApp me. I have long distance, so I can always call so that we can arrange. I think I'm going to be here for a couple more days. So whichever time works for the rest. Because Adeze can't make it. And I think Coach Janet wanted to meet at 12, but I didn't see that on time and I already had something with my daughter.
Okay. Well, just saying, Oziman Coach Trisha, also the NJNY location. So I'm
Oh, okay.
reporting them to you basically.
Okay. So maybe I don't know, we should try and see if we can do something maybe tomorrow or I don't know, anytime that works for other people. Let me just put it that way. I think I'm going to be here for a couple more days. I mean, don't quote me. I think I am near, I'm in downtown New York. But I know there's a Penn station like 3 minutes away from my daughter. So anything that has to do with the Penn station, I can go there, although it's kind of scary, but I can go there and get to you guys. However, with the Penn station, she's told me
All
how to
right.
get there.
Today
All
would
right.
have been a beautiful day because it's 50 degrees almost. Tomorrow we're
Yes.
going back to freeze. So,
Oh,
in a
Ah,
way.
to this evening. Oh no, I don't want to put
No,
anybody out,
I
but
know, I
this
know.
if
We'll
this
figure it
evening,
out.
yes, we'll
Yeah,
figure it
okay.
out.
thank
But my
you.
phone
Laura,
number is
sorry.
in the
Time,
thing.
time, time.
Time, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Second question. I'm sorry, ladies. Didn't mean to
Yes.
cut you off. Just the time. The other thing I wanted to ask was, does anyone know anything about, like, does anyone have any contact for packaging? We have one of us who is her business needs some packaging. So if you have any contact or know anyone, and also anyone has a hair product business or know anyone that has, we also have another of us who is looking for, she's in Nigeria, but she's looking for connections outside Nigeria. So just making that a announcement out there. So, okay, ladies, back to questions. Feel free to leave if you need to, but I know a lot of people have questions, and I know Laura, you are raising your hand. So back to you, Laura and
Okay.
Orion. I'm taking
Okay.
the back seat now.
So I had, okay, one question. I'd actually put it in the chat. So I'll just quickly summarize it.
Okay.
Basically, am I on mute? Oh, no, I'm not. Okay. So basically, Orion, and thank you, such a wonderful presentation. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
But if I'm understanding
Mhm.
the question I have there, is this on? Okay, I can't follow the question now, but okay, if I'm understanding this, right? So you know how you'd given your example about that business, right? So if I wanted to create a custom GPT, I
Hmm.
hope I'm saying that right, a
Yep.
custom GPT, I'm just assuming that I'm that business owner. So I
Hmm.
would put everything about my business, my mission, my vision, what I do, my services, da 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 da. Um, Frequently asked questions, anything I can possibly think about my business, I will put that to create the custom GPT so that if, let's say, a client, let's say I wanted to create, say, an ad or something, I can
Yep.
go to chat that my custom GPT and say, based on what you know about me,
Hmm.
can you create a Facebook ad or an Instagram ad? Or is that kind of what the custom
Yeah.
GPT does? Okay.
Yes, custom GPT does that. It does. So it could be for your own internal use. It could be for external use. Some people have used it as to probably send to, customers. You have a question. Some people say, "Hey, chat with me." It's technically everything about me that I put in the AI, and the AI is there responding. I take myself out, the human. I take the human out and say, "Well, the AI knows about me." For time's sake. So you can be at two places at once, I guess. So yeah, you can do it like that. Connect with people, or you can use it internally. It's like I said before, the more you know about yourself, the easier it is for it to stay to type everything to it, because again, there's so many prompts. It's always redirecting you, pointing you at other things. So even when it's pointing you at something, you have to be able to understand that this is something that matters to you at the moment versus something that does not. So you do not get in that loop where things just keep saying, hey, do you want this, do you want that, and you may not even end up getting that best
Mm.
outcome. So knowing, having a good idea already helps you stay very on point, on topic, but at the same time, don't try to cut it too short. It's AI, it has so much knowledge. So you did mention that, and what we call it's called context. It's the same thing. I think it's the same thing that's actually behind AI on its own. And these entire AI are powered by people that research it all the time, people that inject things to it. Inject sometimes can sound bad because some bad people can inject weird prompts to do weird stuff. So I don't want to use inject, but they technically train it with all this data so it can do so many things. So if for those who are not techy, that's what I am assuming ChatGPT did with giving the custom one where you can build on top of it. Same thing that with WordPress, they have the underlying thing, you build the website on top of the actual website. It's kind of almost the same thing here. So yes, but the good thing is also on the other end, with if you did want to go with so many different topics, definitely ChatGPT is good. I've used Copilot is good too. Gemini, I'm a tech person, so when they come out, I'm like bam, 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 everywhere at once.
Mm.
So I've used all of them. So they're all good in their own ways for certain things, for sure. ChatGPT is just very, very, very popular. With
Mm.
OpenAI and everything. So, um, but on the other end too, if you do all that, which is something else that OneScope is incorporating, which is the app, is staying within specific key use cases. For example, right now you're saying you have all that, but with using OneScope, which hopefully later I can tie ChatGPT to it. Right now it's powered by the Gemini, which is 3.1 now. What it does is, let's say you're a customer, right? You're a customer right now. You go in there, you have the leads, you have this and that. The data is already your CRM, but also pooling in the AI side of it. So the profile that you would have created there will be there as a reasoning every time, as a reasoning when looking for leads for you, as a reasoning when doing this, when reviewing your RFPs and documents. It's already prompted because it's very highly focused on business. So it's the same thing with ChatGPT as well. However, it's for probably more a broader use because everyone can use it. But
Okay.
yeah, definitely. This exercise can help you with the customs that you want to do, almost anything, because now you have an idea. And honestly, if you do take the time to go through the actions and the tools, you will really see these things that come so often for you. Like it's not a one thing. It's like it you use it in everything. So when it comes to that, like if there's a way to connect it and bring it all together, one scope can help with that, other tools can help with that. But of course, I'm a spokesperson for one scope, so I do spoke for one scope at the moment. But yeah, there are tools that can help you do connect that, and so you reduce the amount of time you have to actually manually do. We didn't get the chance to go through everything, but for example, with that lead sheet, go connected to your website. That simple page goes to the sheet. So you have two sides to have a look at it. Your sheet can intervene for some other things, but at the same time, OneScope has pulled it already and put it in there. And OneScope is very specifically designed to give you that structure on point. You click the checklist, it marks it, it does that, it moves on, it sends an email. And that's what we're building towards. So yes, AI is good. Automation is great. So please do. And if you do need help with anything, I'm your girl. I would love to jump in here. IT is my stuff. So love that very much.
Okay, Ozima,
Yeah.
you've had your hand raised.
Yes. Oriana, thank you so much for a wonderful session.
Yeah,
I really appreciate it. I really
no
appreciate it.
problem.
Yeah. My question is like a follow-up to Mercy's
Mhm,
question. I've been thinking
mhm.
about this. Custom GPT is amazing. It's incredible. But you can only get it if you have the paid account, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm currently using the free account.
Mhm,
I've tried different things, looking
mhm.
for ways to have GPT retain the memory of our chat. For
Okay.
example, I could prompt it in a direction and get the tone and the clarity that I want. And I will ask it, save this memory for future chat. Whenever I ask you for this, save, it doesn't.
It does not
Every time I come back, I have to, I'm
be
like, I asked
because
you
you
to
have
save
already
this.
asked you. I asked you this before.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are there ways, tips, and tricks you can recommend for a free ChatGPT account to have it retain memory? I've tried creating projects. So I create a project for different things. I prompt it in that direction, but it still doesn't save it.
It's still the
Yeah.
okay. So do you do the chat disappear?
No,
Okay.
they
So
don't.
I would say though, if you have a free account and you don't have a pay that collects everything and does everything so personalized,
Yeah.
keep one chat for a very specific topic,
Okay.
right? That's your best bet. Do not delete the chat. Keep the chat for that very specific topic. Now, every day you come with a new question. Do not put in that chat you were having with it. Leave that chat
Okay.
open. Don't do it. Leave it. It's for that topic. This way, it gives that little bit of context, right? Because if it's still within the chat, to some extent, it's still within the database because that's how they're able to pull it back and give it to you. So if it's still within the chat, there's still some information right there that it can do. So it's just a matter of reprompting it. So meaning you have very long conversation, you have to know where things are standing to also re, kind of rebuttal it back to it. Hey, no, this is not it, but rebuttal back to this that we did. It's an intelligence. So bring, an intelligent agent. Just be a little CIA, how can I say that? FBI or whatever. I mean, like bring that intelligence back. Remember at that point, just craft this way, keep the same format, The goal is to do, and it will be very effective. But yeah, dude, if you're really trying to have it almost as if you have a custom GPT on the free account, I would say just keep one major rural topic per chat so you can get back to it. You will see that the conversation flows and you can most of the time, unless they change something to it, it's IT. The next day you can wake up and they have something good or worse. I don't know. But if it stays out as it is right now that I've tested, most of the time within that conversation,
Yeah.
you're good. You're pretty good.
Okay. Yeah, I'll
Mm,
really try that. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ozuma, to piggyback off of the answer, and because I know the pain, because I used the free one for, I was actually just frustrated. I was like, I'm just gonna get the paid one. And that's the thing. I, I mean, OpenAI, they want to make money,
Mhm.
right? It's not charity. So they want you to get that paid one.
Paid. Yeah.
Yeah, however, like Orion said, this is one of the things you can do. So if you have like a throwaway email, like an email that is just because I have like a throwaway email and then I have
Hmm.
email for a job and whatnot. So what you can do, your throwaway email, you can use it and have a GPT that is just a I would say like whatever, everything you
Whatever.
can put it in there. Then the other email that is maybe the one for maybe schools and whatnot, as Oriane said, just when you create a chat, you rename it, make sure you name it. Um, so that you can always go back and then prompt it all the things that you want. And let's say if it's for how to find affordable housing, make sure the only thing you're asking that particular chat is around affordable
Awesome.
housing. Because if not, it would just change and mess it up. Yeah. And then if
No,
you create another chat, you have that other chat just for the same thing. But yeah.
Do you think this will work for projects? For example, when you create projects, you have different chats within the same project. So the project will be like a divider, like a bigger body. Then the different chats will be subtopics under the project. Do you think it will work for it?
I don't know. I'm gonna look for influence so that maybe.
you're leaving me by myself. That's so cool. And I okay, I would say high level topics. You can do that, but again, that means you are the other memory of the GPT at this point. Because I would assume that when if you're on a free thing, it cannot really relate to each other in between chat, but maybe within the chat you can. So if you have another topic that pertains to that project, but it's not really on the other topic that you have a whole long list of conversation about, you could potentially create the other chat and have that conversation about the other topic there, but you're bringing that knowledge that you're getting from the other one there. So you come now you're coming in very more very specific targeted of knowing what you want to get out of it. So it almost looks like you're in a loop now, but you're the person completing the gap versus if you are having the paid plan where the paid plan that's in the back end does the complete loop for you. So you just be the other hand of the AI to connect between the two chat to make it work. So it's another, you know, thinking and what are you bringing there to make sure that it's still relevant and you can pick up so you can jump in between the two. It can be a pain in the butt. So you might just like Messi, she said, you might just end up going for the paid altogether. But you know, it's business. They're on it, you know.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Ariane. Thank you, Marcy. I'll keep it to one chat and try that. Hopefully, I'm just trying to explore the free account as much as I can before I go into the paid if I need to. Yeah, I'll
Yeah, no,
try that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
I totally get it. Definitely. And I do invite everyone, anyone who is willing to try out, test out one scope because there's also another solution, but it's also very much business based. So that's the one thing because it doesn't pertain to just generally everything because it does do a lot, but it's very useful to businesses and that sort of thing. But the GPTs are cool. I've used Copilot too; it's pretty cool. I've used all of them. Oh goodness,
Yeah.
as you can probably expect or imagine. Yeah, I have. I'm guilty of chart. So I do know a little bit about all of them. They do have